It's time now for a look at latest in local news. In the news, election year 2022, and candidates running are out on the campaign trail seeking votes, fundraising, and on Tuesday night at the Strand Cinema, supporters of Carson Buddy Carter gathered for a fundraising event. WIFO-FM had a chance to talk to him about these fundraising events and about some other issues, but he says he makes plans to be at the border war game Friday night as Appleton County is now part of his district that he represents in Washington, D.C.
There, Carson Buddy Carter, these fundraising events, you travel across the district, they're important. Campaign mode, got to have money. It's all about support. So tell us about this and other events like this.
Well, Wayne County is just a great county for us. So many good friends here, and always enjoy being here. I'm looking forward. I'm going to do my best to be at the game Friday night. We're picking up Appleton County, so that'll be a good hit if we can get to the game. But it's part of it. The campaigning is, we run every 2 years. So people talk about term limits. Well, I'm on the ballot every other year. So that's about as term limited as you can get. People get to choose whether to send you back or not. But I will tell you that the shine hadn't worn off for me. I'm excited every time I go back up there, and we're going to run hard. There are only two ways to run: unopposed and scared, and we're running scared.
Well, you'll see a lot of people at that ball game Friday night because that place is going to be packed.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
There's a lot going on. For some reason, I just can't get my mind off this war in Ukraine. I mean, it's almost a couple months long. I mean, Putin doesn't seem to be able to get anywhere. I mean, just a lot of people dying for what I see as silly no reason. How long is this going to go on, and what's the end result? You keep saying Russia's going to win, but apparently they can't make much traction to get in where they want to go.
Well, it has certainly gone on longer than I think anyone anticipated. In fact, the intelligence that we were getting early on was it was only going to last 4 or 5 days at most. Well, obviously that was very much wrong, and what we've witnessed thus far is we're all wondering when it's going to end and how it's going to end. I hope that they can get into some kind of talks to where they can resolve it, and we can end it and get back to whatever the new normal is going to be over there.
It's amazing what politicians come up looking for votes. This latest do away with the college debt. Well, can I get reimbursed for my college debt?
I'm telling you, here we are.
$350 billion, is that right?
Exactly. And 2 weeks ago, 87% of Americans didn't owe any college debt. Well, now we all owe it because we're all paying it. And it's just as unfair as it can be. I mean, for those of us who paid our way through college, worked our way through college, for those of us who saved and paid our kids' way through college, how fair is this? And not only that, but you have to look at it from a perspective too. What about athletic scholarships, academic scholarships? I mean, granted, athletes are talented with natural talent, and certainly students who do well in school, they're talented too, but they have to work hard. Athletes work hard, students work hard to get good grades. What about scholarships now? They don't even have to worry about it because their loans are going to be paid for. And the lessons that you learn, the financial responsibility that you learn by having to work and work your way through school and pay back loans that you have borrowed, what kind of message does this send to our younger generation?
You got campaigning, so I asked you, a lot of people talk about people worried about inflation, people worried about this, that. When you hear from your constituents, what are they concerned with the most?
Well, they're concerned obviously with inflation, the price of gas, the price of groceries. They're concerned about the southern border. They're concerned about illegal immigration, about the drugs that are coming across that border. They're concerned about crime in our cities. And they're concerned about the world stage and the weakness that this president is displaying on the world stage, and what it's going to mean in the future for our country. We've got to reclaim our energy independence. We've got to turn the light switch back on here in America and get back to being an energy independent country and an energy dominant country like we were. We've got to do away with some of these and to decrease the number of regulations so that we can start to have an economy that's strong again, a country that's safe, a future that's free, and a government that's accountable.
Well, buddy, we're going to see you in the studio shortly, right after Labor Day, so we'll talk more. But always good to see you. Good luck on the campaign trail. Stay safe.
Always good to be in Wayne County.
And once again, those Congressman Buddy Carter in town last night for a fundraising event. Again, Congressman Carter's going to join us in studio on the World Famous Butch and Bob Show Tuesday, September 6th, day after Labor Day holiday. That's Tuesday, September 6th. Congressman Buddy Carter in studio on the World Famous Butch and Bob Show. Today, our guest on the Butch and Bob Show, we got County Minister Ed Jeffers coming in. County recently held a 2-day work session at Wayne County Airport. A lot of good information discussed. We'll run down some of the highlights from the work session. That's coming up today on the world famous Butch and Bob Show. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. 78-hour Labor Day holiday is set for this weekend. Georgia State Patrol says they'll be out in full force doing their best to stop those speeding and drinking and driving. They're predicting 19 traffic deaths over the holiday on Georgia roads. Last year, 9 of the 17 people killed were in fatal crashes involving alcohol or drugs with a combination of the two. Colonel Ellis with the Georgia State Patrol says last Labor Day holiday, there were over 18,000 citations issued over the holiday weekend. Several enforcement campaigns are set for the weekend, including Click It or Ticket. This program is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. It began Monday, continues through Labor Day. Law enforcement officers will also be participating in Hands Across the Border program, where officers encourage safe travel with their counterparts in neighboring states. Educational campaigns conducted at selected sites in Georgia and adjoining states. The GSP encourages everyone to make this a safe Labor Day holiday. Again, they ask that you buckle up, slow down, and please don't drink and drive. Georgia DOT will be anticipating increase in Labor Day weekend traffic congestion, so they are announcing today the suspension of all lane closures on Georgia interstates and state routes beginning Friday, September 2nd at 12 noon until 5 a.m. Tuesday, September 6th. While construction-related lane closures will be suspended, the department reminds travelers to exercise caution as crews may still be working near highways and safety concerns may require some long-term lane closures to remain in place. In addition, incident management, emergency, or maintenance-related lane closures could become necessary at any time on any route. Georgia's DOT 5-day travel forecast for the weekend indicates the heaviest traffic volumes may materialize on Friday, September 2nd, with moderate traffic predicted on Saturday, September 3rd. Light traffic expected on both Sunday, September 4th, and Monday, September 5th. Forecasts are based on historical traffic volumes on similar dates around the Labor Day weekend. Please note the below changes to the South Metro Corridor Express Lane operational schedule beginning Friday, September 2nd through Monday, September the 5th. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration estimates that approximately 9,560 people died in motor vehicle traffic crashes in the first quarter of 2022. They state this is approximately a 7% increase as compared to the 8,935 fatalities projected for the same quarter in 2021. This would be the highest number of first quarter fatalities since 2002. Georgia DOT says they take this historic rise in traffic fatalities on the roadways very seriously and urge our motorists to always drive alert, arrive alive. Motorists and passengers are urged to wear a seatbelt, eliminate unsafe driving behaviors such as distracted driving, speeding, and driving under the influence. We'll be back with a final news note after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final note in the news, due to the significant increase in the county tax digest, both the school board and the county council rolling back the millage rate this year. School board's already voted to roll their millage back a little less than a mill, and the county set to meet and lower their millage rate at their September board meeting. Due to the fact that they are lowering the millage rate, they do not have any special called meetings to discuss the millage rate. Again, always good news when the millage rate is lowered. Again, both the Board of Education and the county council are rolling back the millage rate this year, and that's going to do it for local news. Local sports comes your way in a few minutes. Again, Bob Morgan saying have a great day.